Hi, uncles. I'm Uncle Fester, so I did a hi, uncles.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, this is us anyway. This is Uncle Fester and Debbie. She's like the Black Widow serial killer that killed all of her husbands. This is why you are such a dangerous person, especially to be close with, because you'll take something that I've told you, you'll take something that somebody told you in confidence, and you'll use it, you'll weaponize it against them.
That's not true.
That's what you just did.
No,
and luckily for you, I don't care, and I'm okay with it. But you go, oh well, I told you an anecdote about how I used to take like tramadol back in Israel when I was like bored in a dead end job, and you literally just weaponized that against me.
You called me crazy, knowing my history.
Bro, we always call you crazy. You're like upfront crazy.
But if you're gonna call me crazy, then I'm gonna say, hey, why don't you own up to what you've done? That also
make
crazy.
Me crazy.
About it, like during the Oscars, and I don't know.
Is there a third pizza?
You're so not good about this. Okay, let's go to your stupid.
Make sure that
I don't like
pizza.
this segment. Just for the record, fan advice is a stupid segment.
Why?
But we can do it. It's so dumb. What's the point?
To give advice to our fans.
But that's not that's like when people run out of ideas and they start doing Q&As. Like Tyler Oakley ran ideas. So he's like, we're gonna do Q&As now because we have nothing else to talk about. Okay, go ahead. It's such a dumb segment.
It's so not. It's
like we have nothing to fill the time.
Okay, well, what you want to talk more about the Brokeback Mountain, a movie from fucking 10 years ago?
It's like a lazy podcast. Like we're gonna play games on the
A lazy podcast. You don't do anything for it. You just show up. We do all the work.
Oh my god, yeah, right.
How am I wrong?
With what? I always contribute. You never had first of all, when you were doing all the podcasts, it was like Keemstar, Jake Paul, and everyone's like, we're so sick of hearing about this because it's everything. Like I saw on this, you had stuff from last H3. You just recycle H3 content on frenemies. You're like, oh, we're gonna do Trisha through the history meme or whatever, and you already did that on the last episode, and I saw it's on here.
I didn't bring it up. I didn't say it.
But the fact that it's already on there, like I had to bring up all these other topics because I'm like, I don't want to go to that because you brought it up last week.
Let's see.
Money too. Fuck yeah. Fuck give me money. But like. It's not
just because you love money doesn't mean that you have insight to every single person.
Hungry. You so are.
No, I'm not.
When we were going to be 50-50 on the show originally, okay, here's weaponizing, saying stuff that's not
Dude,
on the
I
table.
gave you the most generous fucking
deal.
deal.
You came back 5 minutes later and said, actually, 45 out of 45, 55. And I was like, and you said to pay everyone. Okay, cool. I get that. Cool. But then to be like, and I'm just going to keep all the highlights for costs or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
How about... What? Like, just recoup.
We spent $50,000 on this set.
Recoup
We have a full set of guys that are working all around the clock.
Of our podcast.
And I literally, and you get 45%. That seems like a great fucking deal.
And 0 of the highlights.
The highlights is nothing,
I don't
dude.
care.
It's just really annoying to crunch the numbers for a couple $100.
Over time, it's gonna get money, and it's just like, hey, it's fine. I don't care, but don't say I'm money hungry. I couldn't care less. Like I'm like, whatever. I would do this for free.
So you're not money hungry now.
Huh? I like money. I'm not money hungry. I'm not
whatever.
This
is a stupid conversation.
It is like frustrating when you think you do all this work and like think, oh, we're doing all this great stuff, and it's like, it's not that great sometimes. A lot of it is, and I like appreciate all the work you do and stuff like that, but it's also like not that great. I don't get input on like people we hire, like all this stuff like that. I don't get
people we hire. Why would I ask you about people I hire?
Because it's frenemies and you take the budget for paying the crew. That's what you told me. You take highlights, you take 5% to pay the crew. So why don't I get any input on the crew or what we do?
These are employees of our
So why are you taking highlights and 5% of frenemies? You told me that it was to pay them, that they could be working.
It's for production costs.
Okay, but you told me
it's for production costs.
You told me at the beginning it's like they could be working on other things. So I made that argument too. I'm like, well, they're already H3. Oh, they could be working on other things. So I'm like, okay, in that case,
for production costs. I take 5% extra from the podcast revenue. And I take the highlights revenue, and everything else we split.
Whole episode, you constantly like, move on. We're not talking about that. This is stupid. Like, how come you get to dictate what's stupid and what's not, and what's worthy of a conversation and what's not?
If you want to talk about something, bring a conversation.
I don't care. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm saying, but this is what you do to your guests on the
if you want
podcast,
to,
which is why it's dying, which is why no one's coming back. I never pick the costumes. I never do the vlogs. I give so many ideas. I say dancing for the vlogs. I give all these ideas, and you don't. It's just
what's wrong with that advice
for you? I don't think it's a good segment.
The people want to hear from us.
Okay. Do it. I'm telling you my opinion, and all the vlogs we've done, I've suggested other vlogs, and like that never does.
Well, if you don't like it, then we shouldn't do it.
Okay.
Since it's a show about me and you.
No, but you're saying I do all the work, but I'm telling you I don't like all the stuff you do. I'm just kind of go with it because I'm like, okay, I guess this is what you want to do, but I have to start saying no because some things are just not good ideas.
I like it for the record.
Okay.
Sometimes you get really interesting questions.
They're not though.
Brutal. I just
don't like when we spend like, well, whatever. The title was like pregnancy announcement, which is I'm happy to talk about the pregnancy.
We talked a lot about the pregnancy here.
But it wasn't the pregnancy announcement. H3 Live was. It's your guys' thing, which I'm happy to talk about. I'm happy for you guys. But to say like, oh, we don't recycle things, it's like, you know, you do, and it's fine, but I don't make it the same title because it's not an announcement. We're talking about your
pregnancy. I wouldn't say recycling. It's a different conversation.
The original one was Trisha's gonna like something, and it doesn't have to be about me, but I'm just saying like the fact that it's a pregnancy announcement again when it's not a pregnancy announcement because I'm not pregnant. You know what I mean? We're talking about your guys' pregnancy. It wasn't an announcement. You announced it on H3 Live.
Oh, you thought that people would think it was about you being
pregnant?
Of
course it was, because you are, unless you're just recycling the same title you did for H3 Live, which is, it's not, it's just like, I watch H3 Live. I don't want to talk about it on frenemies. Like, if we're being honest,
well,
you know.
we were going to talk about Hila being pregnant, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah.
But the title has to be pregnancy announcement?
I don't see why that's a problem.
Because you did that on Friday. You're just recycling titles.
No, it's not.
Your life is sad and pathetic, and mine is happy, thriving. So good
mine
luck.
Is not
Have
sad.
fun on your beach weekend, eating room service, trying to get pregnant. Have fun with that.
That doesn't sound sad and pathetic. That sounds like a good family life. Like I have good, fulfilling, and good deep roots with a wife that I've been married to for a long time. I've got a family that we're trying to build, and I've got stability in my life.
There's something right there I could weaponize, but I'm not going to. You know why? Because you push and push, and I'm not going to push on your buttons the way you push on other people's buttons. Have fun. Good luck on the baby making.
Thank you.
It's not an announcement. You weren't announcing it.
Okay, so Hila's pregnant, and I'm talking about it with Trisha. Would you prefer that?
Anything to be more creative. It's like the fact that you just talk about what you talked about the week prior is like, and I've seen other people call it out. It's not just me. Like, I mean, people have called it out before. Like,
oh,
you're the next to be canceled.
You're really upset.
No, I'm not. I'm fine.
But I feel like you're so angry about this.
I'm literally not, but it's just so funny.
Are.
I'm not. I'm angry when you say something.
You need to admit when you're angry.
Ethan, I promise you, this is really is gaslighting. I go to a lot of therapy right now, and this really is. When I say I'm not angry, I'm not. I'm like just trying to tell you that you're like, oh, we do everything for the show, and I'm like saying it's not always good. I'm not angry. If I was angry, I would like leave or something, but I'm not. But you telling me I'm angry
or something. You're not upset
not.
or angry. Okay. I feel that you're really upset now.
I'm good.
You're shutting down.
No, I'm good. What else do you want to talk about? Let's talk.
Should we resolve this issue?
No, I'm over it. I'm so over it.
You just said let's talk.
I'm not doing the next episode for real. I'm over it.
You just said let's talk.
Because you said, oh, you're shutting down. I'm like, I'll talk to you. Talk.
And I feel like you're gaslighting me, to be honest, saying that you're not like frustrated about
But
that.
I'm not.
Because it really is a source of like every time something comes up where it's like, I hired somebody or this, that, and like, oh, you don't do that much on the show.
I'm bringing attention to it. I'm not upset. I would text you. I would tell you if I was.
It always comes down to, oh, you get this extra 5%. And so
because you're saying, why should I get an input on the employees? That's what you said. And
because
you brought up to me
they
that
don't just work on frenemies, they're my employees.
Okay, but when I said that to you originally, you said, oh, we pay the employees. They could be working on other things. So why don't we have frenemies employees and I get input if we're spending 5% of the budget towards them?
You're the pusher and the gaslighter and be like, oh my God, how could you say that about me? Meanwhile, this whole time being like,
I'm not
you're crazy,
saying,
you're fat, you're this, you're this. Oh, we're just joking, but then you go to another level. No,
everything I'm talking about is on the table, right?
Okay, mine's on the table too.
Everything we always talk about. So, but you're like, okay, what can I use to really hit him right now?
No, that's
what you do.
Fucking gaslighting 101.
Bro, I'm not gaslighting.
Yes,
this is what you do to people.
No, you're right. You're right. Nothing's wrong with you. But you don't know how much therapy I go to a week. I go to 4 Zoom
Trisha,
sessions a week.
No, I understand.
Ethan,
what
you just said was, you're right, Trisha. Everything's fine. That's insane. Like the fact that you did that to me is like insane.
Not. Really.
That's so just offensive. But they do nothing wrong. And when people are provoked, oh, they're crazy, calling girls crazy and stuff like that. It's like, but taking no accountability, no responsibility. You think everything's just an attack against you. Everyone's against Ethan. Like, oh my gosh, I'm always right. It's like, ugh, you and Jax don't serve each other. So
Jax, well, I can't believe you're going after Jax. He's such a sweet guy.
I love you.
All right, Trisha.
All right, bye. Thanks for the great episode. You want to come with me, or are you staying?
It's not. You don't have to choose between me and Moses. He can do both, even if we hate each other.
Choosing between you or me. You can stay or you can come. I don't care.
He'll go with you.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. No, he drove here.
In my car.
Bye, Trisha. Are we going to make TikToks? Are we going to make TikToks? We were supposed to make TikToks. She's leaving. Yeah, yeah. Well, Trisha left. So this is our first fight, our big real fight. She snapped on me and she left. Not insane. We're friends.
was
We're
so
having
nice.
a friendly conversation. I shouldn't have to walk on eggshells around everything I say.
All right, Ethan,
We
I'm
have
asking to end this. I'm asking
You can leave anytime, Trisha.
But then you're making this thing where we're not ending the show and you get to sit here and be like, okay, well, that just happened and you're eating pizza and then
I will
joke
end
and
the
whatever.
show the minute you walk
All right,
off the
so
frame.
let's just end it, please. Thank you guys for watching. And I don't want it to be a thing where you're just sitting here eating pizza and you become a meme.
So then I'll say, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't want to get in an argument over
I really
like
need
your
to
emotion.
leave.
Okay. All right. We're done. Thank you guys.
Thank you.